What's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what time it is. It's time to trade. We're a little bit late here. We're like 15 minutes late into the market, but that's all right. That's all right. That is okay. Let's just analyze what we have. As you can see, this is day 2 of our $200 account flip challenge. We did not take any trades yesterday if you was with us in the live stream. And as you can see, price is still in between the levels that we want. I could have had an opportunity when I was not on stream to get in, right? It came here, I could have got the down and I could have got the back up, right? This is technically, let me move this so I can see what time it was. This was at 10 p.m. I could have got in, but I didn't. This was at 3 p.m. If you saw me yesterday, I told you guys that we were waiting for price to go to one of these levels. I talked out why I created these levels. Then it took long. So I said it might even not even reach a level till 2 p.m. Guess what? It didn't reach a level till 2 p.m. and then it went down. So today we're looking for another setup. And honestly, I think I'm going to get the buys, right? And why am I going to get the buys? Because it did not break below here. It respected it. Yesterday I said enter longs, right? At the break above or the break below, right? Correct? So if we look here, right? If we focus on this, there's a break above, enter longs at break and close above, or enter shorts at break and close below. So it didn't even break below, so we could ignore that for right now. It broke above here at 1 p.m. Then it closed at 2 p.m. It's the closing candle. We explained what open candles versus closed candles are. You see this candle right here, the most recent data, it's currently moving. That means it's still open. Once it stopped moving, the data is set in stone. That's a closed candle, right? So it closed above our line. So this would have been a place to enter longs, but I wasn't even here to trade, right? And I'm glad I didn't because it went down. But if you're also part of the Discord, which I'm giving free access to specifically for this challenge, you would have seen that around 3, 4 p.m., I came into my chat, signaled that, hey, this did close. However, it's not a strong candle for a close, and it could signify a downtrend, which is what we ended up seeing throughout the night, right? So now, today, why am I saying I might entertain the buys? Mainly because after the downtrend, if I was to draw another line, right, and do I have a box here? If I draw my box, this was the first one yesterday that we were talking about. That was like, oh, it's almost at the line, but didn't quite make it, right? This was what we were talking about yesterday. So if I drew my box here, and then this is where we exit. We exited the market around this. We were talking all through here. So if I seen this, right, and I'm like, yeah, it didn't really want to go past here, and I just drew that, what do we see? I see it touches multiple times, wicked out right there, went back up. Touched here, gained some more momentum going back up. So clearly, even though I said enter shorts at the break below here, it's showing some kind of level of support here in the purple box that we just marked, right? So if that's the case, we do want to entertain some buys. So let's go to the 5-minute real quick. We're going to chart up to see the data in the 5-minute. So now look at this. If we look at the 5-minute, it clearly just shows it's ready to go. So now we're looking for it to break. If it breaks 75.92, we enter buys. It's time to go, right? We could enter buys right now, but I'm telling you, if it breaks past this wick, it's going to keep running up. So the probability of it, I shouldn't say it's going to, I don't know. The probability of it running up is high, right? If it can break this last wick, because that would technically be the previous high on the 5 minutes. Now, we like to simplify things here. And so when I do that, we're going to go back to 9:30. 9:30 is when we open. So I'm scanning each tick, right? We on a 5-minute chart. I'm scanning every single until at the bottom, you see at the bottom here, it tells you the time. If I move each candlestick, you see the time will correlate with when that candlestick was. So this is 9:30 right here. This is the 9:30 candlestick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a box from the 9:30 candlestick high to whatever is the low after it. All right. So this is our box to play with. The low is right here at this wick. So this is the first 15 minutes, right? That's what we're working with. And I'm going to change this one to white. You feel me? And we're going to call this first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes. We want that to be white. We want that to be on the bottom. All right. So we got our first 15 minutes marked. And honestly, it's about to break past that 74.92 right now. And when it does, that's when we enter. But essentially, we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Yesterday, we said if it passes and breaks, if it breaks and closes, we enter longs. If it's on the lower end and it breaks and shorts, we enter shorts, right? If it breaks and closes, we enter shorts. So we're doing the same thing here. We're going to look for it because really, technically, this big line is still valid. Like it's still trading in the no trade zone, technically, right? If we want to get technical. So we want to get technical, we really shouldn't be trading anyway today again, because it's not where we want. But I'm showing you another way to trade on the daily, on a smaller time frame right now, right? So if I wanted to do my swing trades, I clearly would have to wait till price comes back here into this purple box, and then I get in on the buys, right? But what I'm gonna do is show you, again, the 15-minute strategy, where you wait 15 minutes, right? You mark the high of that 15 minutes, you mark the low point of that 15 minutes, and then you take the same concept I did with you here on the bigger time frames, because this was on the 1 hour and I was looking at a daily move, right? So you take that same concept and you do it here. So here, if it breaks above this box and closes, you enter longs. If it breaks below and closes, you enter shorts, right? That's basically what we're going to do here. So I'm going to load up my contract. I can only get one, but 0.1 lots of this bad boy. I'm going to load up the contract. We're going to see what it do. But yeah, I like to see movement like this. Now, what's this big white chart we got at the bottom here? That's called the RSI, Relative Strength Index. It is what it sounds like. It's a oscillator that basically gives you momentum data, and it's delayed, but it will kind of give you an extra level of confirmation that the bias you're going with, whatever you see as the trend, is true to what you see, right? So if I was like, oh, I think this is going up, but then I see that, strength is going down, maybe I'm wrong, right? But at this, because as you can see here, it goes up, this thing is rallying. It starts to go down, it starts to come down, right? It starts to go up again, you see it spiking. It kind of follows. But then there are some times where you get this thing called hidden divergence. And basically, that's when it does the opposite, right? I don't know where I could find one right now as a perfect example, because I don't want to miss our opportunities to trade. But yeah, I'll find one later and I can show you what it looks like. But essentially, hidden divergence is when one thing goes up and the RSI is going down, or RSI is going up, but the price is going down. It's not following. That's called hidden divergence, and it's a high indicator that the trend is about to change directions. But now it's indicating to me that we're going to keep going up. I like to compare the 5-minute RSI to the 15-minute RSI. You see how they all look like it's ready to go. Look at this one, the 1 hour did a nice curve. We ready to go. I think I'm going to get in on the buy. It didn't pass my box yet. It looks like it's trying to reject the box, actually, which is interesting. We trying to reject here? Is that what we're doing? It looked like it went right to the box level and started to reject. Oh, wow. Patience, my friends. That's why you don't just jump into trades. You just got to wait. Follow your own rules. You'll lose less because you're going to end up trading less. You'll win more because the rules that you're following, you set them yourself in hopes that those rules keep you in a winning, state. So yeah, just follow your rules. Like I could have easily got in earlier up here and was like, yeah, it's gonna go up. You see, I told you. But it didn't break and close. It literally rejected at the exact point that I drew the box. I still think it's gonna go up, but I wanna be for certain with a higher confidence. You get what I'm saying? But I do think it's gonna go up. That's what I'm looking for today. Another thing that people like to trade, it's this thing called indication, correction, continuation. You know, I don't know if it's real, but if it is, this would be the indication that it's going down. Here's the correction. And then this would be the continuation back down. So if this is how that plays out, then that means that this right here actually will not be bought up. It's about to reject hard and go below and probably come back down to this region, honestly. So we just got to wait it out and see. Can't guarantee everything. But what I will say is if we don't get these things to break past what we're looking for, we're not in no trades. Because again, honestly, like I said, yesterday's sentiment was enter on a high here or a low here. So everything inside here, really, we shouldn't even be looking to trade. So if I'm being honest with you, today is probably going to be day 2, no trades again. But I like to speak what I'm thinking, my thought process on why I'm making the trade, why I'm not making the trade, what I see in the chart. Because guess what, guys? The trend is your friend, and everybody has a different friend. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has a different friend, but patience will pay off. But while that's cooking up, right? While this is cooking up, let's see if we can find something else here. Let's see what's going on with gold. Okay, so we marked up gold the other day, right? Yesterday we marked up gold. Boom, I said I'm looking for it to come back down here. But then I also said it might respect this level. And it looks like it ended up respecting this level right here, this region, right? It looks like, in case you don't know where my mouse is, it looks like it started respecting this level here, right? You see how this level, it doesn't know what it wants to do yet? It looks like it started to respect that level. Now look at the dotted line. You see how if I move my cursor, the dotted line moves? So now look at the dotted line all the way to where the green box is. You see that? It's the same line as where this orange circle is. So that's called respecting the levels because it didn't go below it. It bounced off of it. And now it built momentum and it's coming back down. This is called respecting the level. So what we want to see is, again, either it come back down here and bounce off, because now we could say this might be a level to respect, of a level of support. So I could even right here, possible level of support. and I'll draw it. Possible level of support. Honestly, you know what? Delete that. Let's get a horizontal line just straight from here. Possible level of support. So you can see where I'm grabbing it from. I'm grabbing it from here. You get what I'm saying? Boom. Because that was where it got rejected the last time and kept going down. So now, possible level of support. Boom, bow. Get them. How? Can I get a text up in here? Let's write possible level of support. See, it's not strong support, but it is some kind of support. Like it clearly respected that level, right? So now we're gonna keep going up, going up, going up. Now we're looking for gold to come down. If gold can come down, come down, come down, back to this level, possible level of support and show another bounce off. Oh yeah, we're getting buys in on gold right here, right? For sure. But until then, we're really looking for it to come back to my alert. You see, I already got everything set up so I don't forget what my sentiment was. That's how we're looking at gold right now. We're looking at gold to either now come back to this possible level support and we enter on a bounce off, or we're looking for it to go way back below that to here. You see this box, this orange area here. I'm calling it orange area because the box is over there, but this little area of consolidation, right? We want to see it come back there so we can enter our trade for buys for that bounce back up. You get what I'm saying? We're trying to get good moves here, high probability trades. Now again, you can sell here. This is a high probability to sell at least to another $10. If you got a big bankroll, $10 on gold, that'll cash you out, right? So, you're looking for a $10 move, bang. I think that's like 100 pips. That's good bread in gold if you got, high funds. But we working with small $200 account. So we got to make sure everything we do is, that's either going to be a $10 profit for us or just a waste of a trade. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next one. Go back to what we saw. Oh, you know what? I'm worried. Let's look at oil. Let's see what oil doing. Everybody talking about oil, oil, oil. Oil actually looks decent. Oil actually looks decent. Would you look at that? And then, not to get, let me see. By the way, we live on Kick today, not just the Discord. We going live on Kick today. So if you're not there, tap in, tags_worldview on Kick. You know what it is. We don't even play that. Question is, how do I see my chat? Chat. All right, that's how I see my chat. All right, I'm locked in. I can see my chat now. If you want to say hi, just pop into the Kick Tags Worldview chat. All right. So now, what are we looking for here? We are literally looking at U.S. oil. I mean, there's really nothing to say. Hey, it's taking a run. It looks like it wants to run back to 96, 97, possibly 120, right? Possibly. How do we know if it's going to do that? Same concepts. We just got to identify key levels and look for it to break past those levels. So we on the 15-minute. It ain't going to hit 120 today, but look, there's a gap right here. It needs to fill this gap, right? Go up, fill that gap. That's the first level, $100. That's the first level right there. Actually, to be real with you, the first level is right here. It's at the first level, like 95 bucks. You see right here? Where it seems to be like, whoop. And the reason why I'm calling this a level is because I'm reading the candlesticks. So let me break this down for you. What do the candlesticks tell me? All right. Since we're going up on this candlestick here, that means that the bottom part is where the price started for this given time. So this was 9 a.m. on yesterday, right? So since it's going up, we know that the bottom of the stick is where it started, where it opened. And then it went up and closed here, right? Again, since it's green, we know that the bottom is where it's open because it went up. Green means it went up from its opening price, right? So we know that it went from here to here, came down, went back up at some point, and then eventually ended right here at the top, and then now it's red. So we know on red ones, they open on the top and close on the bottom. So the red ones, this one closed here, opened a new candle at the top here, then it either went up a little bit and came down, or it went down and came back up and then came down again and ended right here to open a new candle, right? Then it went down, probably went back up, probably went back down, because this is all 1 hour's worth of movement. Each candle is 1 hour's worth of movement when we're on the 1 hour time frame. And then it closed. Then we went to this one where it opened. You get what I'm saying? So I'm reading the sticks. Now, basically, what I'm seeing here is that because I could see that it went up, down, blah, 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 but it's still slowly going down. What I'm seeing right at this specific moment is that, what did it do? Okay, it opened here, said, oh, let's go up. Oh, but I don't think I can make it past this point. Comes back down slightly, closes, opens. Tried to go up, went down, came up again. Oh, we didn't really make it past that previous high right here. That last one that didn't make it, we still didn't make it. Okay, come back down a little bit, closed. This was green. That means it opened down here. It opened on the bottom. Then it went up, down for an hour, barely knowing what it wanted to do. But guess what? It was still lower than the previous hour. Doesn't know, right? So clearly, there's a level right here because every hour it got lower and lower and lower and lower. And then it came back here, but it didn't get higher than 4 or 5 hours ago, right? So this is a level, essentially. If I just kept drawing, look, if I just kept drawing these, bro, let me zoom in some more. You're going to see. If I kept drawing these, the line is going to get lower and lower and lower and lower. Look, that's how precise we're going to get. The line's just going to keep getting lower and lower, right? Let's draw another one. Let's draw another one. We draw another one. The lines just get lower and lower. They're not going to touch. They're not going to touch, right? They just keep getting lower and lower, right? And then it got even lower. So even this looks like it's almost there. It did not get there, clearly, right? So now we go lower and lower, and then it tries again, but it fails at this point. It was like, yo, we tried it, but we didn't make it all the way there, right? Kept going down. Now it drastically starts going down. Now there's no like retest in sight, right? It's just going down. And then out of nowhere this morning, it's like, oh, I think we're going to try it. All right, we'll see. You got to get past these lines to actually be like, all right, we're going to be confirmed we're buying up. Because right now, if you don't get past these levels I just drew for you, it's still going down. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just a fact. Until it breaks through these and shows some momentum, the price is still going down. I just want y'all to know that. So you can be like, oh yeah, it's buying. Look, it's buying. Until it breaks this, because clearly for freaking 5 hours, it didn't want to go past that. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours later, it's still not going past that. So you have to respect that level. We simplify trading here, guys. That's what we do. We simplify trading. Everything is simple. We're not going to force trades. If we don't see something sexy, we don't want it. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Like this would have been a beautiful trade. I see a nice green and then a red with a huge wick up top. I'll be like, ooh, price about to change. Then if I see some more right here, I'll be like, okay, I think we about to get in. Then I see it drop again, blah, 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 go up, reject. I'm like, yo, we in there, get in. Sell, sell. Oh, snap. Let's see what happens. Sell, 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 sell. That would have been a great trade. You get what I'm saying? Probably would have exited here off of a trailing stop loss or something. You know, you're not going to get the best exit. It's very rare that you get the best entry and best exit, right? But that would have been a great trade. Look for the same thing with oil. Oil, so what's that price that I put? 94 point, let's call it 94.5. 94 point, actually, let's do the highest one. 94.65, let's call it 94.75. If this thing breaks $95, buy it. If it fails to go above $95, just know oil is still going down. All right. Let's go back to what we were actually here to trade. I just wanted to see, you know, what that was doing. And I'm gonna keep everything here. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. No, it's not respecting this as a level now. Look at this. It's not trying to respect this here as a level, is it? Look at that. Oh, delete. I need a box. My bad. Is it trying to respect this as a level, guys? No way. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. That's gold. Let's go to SPY. Did SPY break our stuff? Because we did a lot of talking. Oh, SPY is above. SPY is above. SPY is above. It didn't close yet. We on the 5 minute. It broke. Now we're looking for it to close. Well, technically it did close. Let's buy. Technically it closed. We're buying. We're buying SPY. We're in. We're in on the SPY buys. Let's do it. Do we have a take profit? We could call take profit where we said enter longs at the break and close above. That could be the take profit, 76.07. How much is that going to render us? I don't know, but we'll see. Is that a good take profit? Because we probably want to see that break that. I'll be honest with you. We probably want to see that break that. I'll zoom in. Zoom in here. Yeah, see, we don't hesitate. We waited, I don't even know how long we've been on the stream, probably like almost an hour now, like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. We're not going to hesitate. As soon as it breaks, we on that 15 minute, it braked. It closed here because you see a new opening was right there. It dipped down a bit, which would have been a great opportunity, and then started to go up. So now we're just looking for the continuation upwards, right? Now we're just looking forward to continue this throughout the day. That's essentially trading. Now, will it always do that? We don't know, but here's what we need to do with this current one. We need to go here, edit our position. I love trailing stop losses. I'm not looking to lose more than 3%. Oh. I'm not looking to lose more than 3%, which seems to be $6. And that's pretty far down, which means that I think every dollar it goes up, we make. That's fine. Let's go ahead and confirm it. Make sure trailing is enabled. And honestly, let's go 3.5%. Well, no, it's trailing, so it'll move up. Let's go 3%. Let's do it. 3% is going to end up moving anyways. I was thinking about 3.5 because of this wick here, but it's not a stagnant stop loss. This is a trailing stop loss, so it's going to move regardless, so it doesn't really matter. All right, we got trailing stop loss, so we know we're not going to lose any more than $6 on this trade here, right? And what is a trailing stop loss? If you don't know what a trailing stop loss is, let's start with the basics. A stop loss is what it sounds like. It stops you from losing all the funds in your account by placing a protective, exit order so that you can exit at a certain price point. Now, a trailing stop loss is the same exact thing, but it trails the price movement. So it maintains the gap that so let's say you want to, as we put, a $6 stop loss, a trailing stop loss, it's going to maintain that gap to always be $6. So if right now we're $3 in profit, when I put the stop loss in, if it wasn't trailing, that $3 in profit, you're going to, if it came back down and hit your stop loss, you lose $6. Now with the trailing, because it maintains that $6 gap, when it goes up $3 in profit, and then let's say it goes down and hits my trailing, that minus $6 is now minus $3, right? Instead of minus $6, because it moved up $3 when our profits moved up $3. You get what I'm saying? That's how trailing stop losses work. They just maintain the gap. And then when price comes down, it stays like a normal stop loss. It only moves upwards if price moves upwards. If price moves down, Your stop loss remains at wherever it's at that given moment in time. So yeah. So for instance, we're up $4. That means our stop loss now, look, 198. You see that? 198 is we said 3%. Now it's at 2%, right? So a total of $4 will be lost here if it decides to go down right now. When we entered that trailing, it said 6, did it not? That's basically how that works. So the idea is if it takes a nice run up, it'll automatically lock you into profits without you having to like constantly keep your eyes on the charts and stress out and oh I don't want to you get what I'm saying? You at least gonna lock something in. It may not be the best, but you locking something in, and that's all that matters. Oh, I'm doing a lot of talking. I need some water. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see though. And I feel like I gotta let my folk know what's going on in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you sleep. I know that much. If you're not in the Discord, you sleep. That's all I know. Let these people know. Let's take that photo, copy image, share it with the people, let them know we looking at buys today. Got to share it with the group chats. Not everybody is in this live stream call. That's okay. We growing. We trying to grow this group chat, our own group chat. So I got to share my ideas with other people so that they could be like, word, okay. You get what I'm saying? But, looking at buys on SPY today. That's what we got to do, man. And just let this joint cook up while the price is cooking up. See, it took a little run. Now it wants to come back down. That's okay. We not stressing. We got our stop loss set at probably $4 now, maybe 3, who knows. But at the end of the day, we just want to see it keep running up in our favor. And that's all that matters. And if that could happen, we looking good. We looking solid. I could say that much. Mm-mm-mm. Do I have any more? What are some more? Oh, can I chat in here? Trade in chat. I'm just posting it everywhere. You get me? I'm posting it everywhere. Everyone's gonna see it. That's what I say. Everyone's gonna see it. That's what I do know. But hey, more power to you, brother, man. All right. What's going on here, chat? Price is going back up. It took a small pullback. You saw that. It was down to about $1.50. Now we back up to about 3. It's trying to cook up. It's trying to cook up. We just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. It's trying to cook up. It is trying to cook up. And then once we do that, it's lit. I used to have a lot of communities, and I stopped. So yeah, positive $5. You know what's crazy? Once we get to like positive $6, we're gonna be at break even on our stop loss. And then we won't be losing anything if it comes back down. We just gonna break even. Of course, we wanna make something, but that's the type of stuff you gotta realize is going on here. You feel me? We have 547. We almost there, gang. I think the stop loss was really set for like 680 or something like that. I forgot what the number was. Ugh. But have no fear. We do this. We do this when we're here. Now, this was $75 risked to make 5. If I was to sell it right now, that's not too bad. I mean, that's 3%. That's better than the market. Can the market get you 3% today? Shoot. Just saying, bruh. They say the market moves on 8% average a year. We just did 3% in 45 minutes. I'm just saying, bruh. If you talking percentages instead of account balance, hey, we doing something, bruh. We doing something. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bruh. You playing with 100,000, that 3% is nice. That's a smooth 3 bands. I'm just saying that's a lot of people's rent. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Oh, look, it's coming back down. That's not cool. We don't want to see that. We want to see a nice run up before it decides it wants to come back down. And this, my friends, is why, and this is going to be an important lesson to everybody because we're going to watch this play out. I promise you, I'm not going to close the trade. We're going to watch this play out. But this is going to be an important lesson because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to close me out. It's going to hit my trailing stop loss. But here's the important lesson. We was just talking about percentages. Ignore the bank account. Let's do percentage. If we're doing percentages, I should have closed at $5. I'm not going to hold you. If we talking percentages, I should have closed the trade at $5 profit. Why? Because my account size is only $200, right? So let's be honest. I risked 75, right? $100, 5% of $100 is $5. I risked $75 and had $5 profit already. So that's well above 5%. You get what I'm saying? That's more like 8%. So if I sold, that would have been a good trade, period. That would have been a good trade. You just traded and made 8% profits. That would have been considered a good trade. But because it's only $5, I didn't sell. And this is the lesson you got to learn, guys. I'm going to let it play out because I understand it. But I want you guys to see how you can easily lose your money over and over and over and over. You got to pay attention to the percentages. Ignore the dollar value. That dollar value will change as your bankroll grows. right? The percentage though, that percentage is 100% absolute every time. If you have $100,000, if you have $1 million, if you have $200, percentages do not change. A percentage is a percentage is a percentage. You get me? It does not change. 10% will always be 10%. It don't matter what your account balance is. 10% will always be 10%. So like I said, we're going to watch this hit my stop loss as a learning lesson to the people, right? Because I could literally close it for, I could just be like, nah, I already know what's going to happen. But I want you to learn from this, right? I'm willing to take that because I know I'm going to get that money back within this challenge. I know I'm going to get $4 back within that challenge. So I'm not worried about it. I want you guys to see the possibilities on why you will lose your money over and over and over and over. It's because you're focused on the dollar amount. You working with $200, $500, $1,000, who knows, right? And then you're trying to make $300, $400, $1,000 with that same thousand. It's unrealistic to do that every day. But if you're like, yo, I just want to make 5% today. I'm just trying to make 10% today. You can literally do that every day. You can make 5% every day. We just did it. But I didn't sell. So now we're not up 5%. You get what I'm saying? So if you have a goal like that, yo, our goal is 20% every day. No matter if we win or lose, 20%, right? Boom. Now you're working with something. Now you're doing something. Now you got a goal in mind. Now you got places to be, places to reach, people to see. Woo, got you. Lit. This is trading made simple, guys. Join, link in the bio. Let's go. Stop playing. Like, all right? Every day's not going to be a win, but you got to accept that whatever you put into the market is already a loss until it becomes a win. You get what I'm saying? So when I entered that buy, it was already a loss. That's why we look for high probability trades, because it's already a loss when you enter. That's how you got to look at it. But yeah, this thing is going to go down probably. I would be surprised if it doesn't hit my stop loss. This thing's probably going to hit my stop loss and then play out the way it's supposed to play out. But yeah, 5% would have been a great trade no matter what your account balance is. Yeah, that might be $5 today, but if you did that over and over and over, so now you did 5% today, you did 5% tomorrow, but you put a little more money into it, right? You started with 200, now you got 5%, that's $10. So now you put $210 into the market tomorrow, 5% again. That's like $7 instead of, or I'm sorry, I'm thinking $100. That's like $14 instead of, you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? Like, that's how that works. That's how that works. Like, that's how that works. So your 5% could keep on growing and growing. But we're going to watch this hit my stop loss. It's a learning opportunity. You could see how trailing stops work because you saw it move up, move up, move up, and now it's coming down and it stopped moving. So you could see how trailing stop losses work if you don't know how they work. And then you can see exactly what I mean by not selling that 5%. It could cause you to constantly lose your money. It went right on that line. It teetered the line. I'm sure by the time I zoom in, it's going to sell. But it teetered that line. Didn't it? Let's close this out so we get a better view. It's really playing with us. It really went right on the line. Like 1 more cent, it would have closed our trade. I lie to you not. 1 more cent would have closed our trade. I'm pretty sure it's going to do it right now. Wow, it did it right onto that line again. Wow. It's literally teetering the line, y'all. Nope. And we got stomped out. So that's exactly what happens when you trade. And this is why you got to sell. And then you'll have people who will be like, oh, well, you know, Don't sell your runners. You're too quick to sell your ones in profit, and then you let the other ones that are in losses. That's another way you freaking lose your money. Now imagine I didn't sell. I would have just kept holding, waiting to see. And it could have kept going down. It would have been down $30, $40 because I'm just holding, waiting, right? Instead of just letting it go. Of course, it's going to come back down here and go back up and then come back down. But hey, I'm done trading today. We lost $2 today. We was at 211. We're at 208. We lost $3 today. It is what it is. It wasn't the 6 we originally put the stop loss in for, right? Yeah. I'm just going to come back and try again tomorrow. That's it. Managing your risk is also high-level trading. I'm going to be honest with you. You're not going to win every day. I said that how many times today? You're not going to win every day. You just got to be okay with the losses and then come back the next day and see if there's a setup you like. We don't force anything. So if there's not a setup we don't like, guess what? We're not going to trade. So we thought we found something. Honestly, we probably did. It's probably going to keep running up. Like this right here, that is like, it's probably going to keep running up. Look at it. It's already starting to gain some momentum again. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully we find a better opportunity tomorrow. Man, that's tough. That's actually really tough. I actually want to see it reject now. I want to see it come all the way down here now just because it did that to me. But chances are it's not going to do that. Chances are it's going to keep running up like it should. Because what? The trend is your friend, guys. The trend is your friend. And my friend told me it's going up. Did we not? I talked with my friend to you live on camera today. You get what I'm saying? I talked to my friend live to you on camera today. So my friend told me it's going to go up. I believe my friend. I trust my friend because the trend is my friend. I trust it. But obviously, it wanted to get my stop loss first. I'm going to close this box here. We don't need to see this 15 minutes no more. That's over with. That's over with. Or Control Z. What I'll do is, here's another thing. I'm teaching y'all shit. Go to settings, right? Go to visibility. If you don't want to see it on higher time frame, I don't want to see it on a 1 hour. Look, it disappeared. I don't want to see it on the daily, on the weekly, on the month. I just want to see that on the 15 minutes. And I could even be like, yo, I don't even want to see it past the 30-minute mark, right? Boom. So now, 15 minutes, the box pops back up. 1 hour, the box disappears. That's what I like. That's clean. That's clean. So look at that. Am I tripping or am I tripping? Did it not just go? We're going to go back to 15 so you can see it. Did it not just go right back to where it was at after it closed me out? That's trading, guys. Like I said, the trend is your friend. My friend told me it's going to keep going up. I listened to my friend, but the price, it did what it wanted to do before it decided to do what my friend told me it would do. The trend said, hey, we're about to go up today. I said, okay, I'm going to wait. I waited. It's all right. You win some, you lose some. That was a good trade. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The trade that I showed you today was a good trade. It's still going to run up. It's still going to do its thing. We just happen not to be in it. That's okay. That's life. We come back tomorrow, look for another one. Also, some of these trades that we in, hopefully are going to be swing trades where I can hold it for some time and not worry, But yeah, we lost $3 today. I'm going to end the stream because I'm the type of person, if I keep looking at these charts and I'm like, yo, I knew it was going to go up, I'm going to get back in. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to close out and thanks for watching. You know what I'm saying? Join the Discord so you can be alerted. I'll be back here. Subscribe to the Kick if you're here on Kick Live right now, because I'll be back here tomorrow morning looking for the same opportunity, a trade. This is the $200 account challenge. We're trying to flip $200 to $1,000. Who knows how long it's going to take? This is real money, so there's no time frame on it. Like prop firms, you got 30 days. This is real cash funds, so I got however long it takes me to do that. Let's get it done. Look, it's already back at those levels. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.